people from a distance. I had to do that, and it has helped me so much in my business. Sometimes you want to help people, but if they don't want to help themselves, you are wasting your mental energy that you need to be spending on your own business and your own future, trying to worry about what somebody else needs help with. They don't want that help, even though they're talking to you about it. So I do want to just put that out there. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is the quote is an affirmation a day keeps the blues away. And we have Miss Vania from Vania's Travel Squad. She is also another amazing business owner featured in the Boss Babe Blog Business Directory. I've partnered with her many times, just like I have with Angela and Miriam. She's a supporter of a lot of small businesses. She's a avid supporter, encourager in the small business community. So, I feel like I could go on for hours talking about these ladies. So I'm going to cut it short so they can speak. But I'm going to go ahead and bring you on, Vanya. Okay, there we go. Can
Okay.
you hear me? Can you hear? You
Yes,
got it?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Hi,
Perfect.
everyone. So
Hello.
I just today I'm talking about affirmations and staying positive. The beauty of it is, throughout life you go through, everybody goes through stuff, right? And it all, the way you look at it is what helps you to get through, right? So instead of being negative, I just try to find the positive. There's something positive about the situation that you're going through. Okay. I try my hardest to stay positive. A way, everybody has different things to help them, right? There's podcasts, there's books that you can read, there's affirmations, um, there's things that you can do in your daily life to stay positive. Music is something that, especially when I'm driving to work, or when I'm driving, period, I just listen to music. Music is something that keeps me, um, positive, keeps me with a good headspace, right? In order to do good with your business, you have to make sure that, check yourself. Make sure that you're in a good space. Make sure that, because I think someone else has said it before, I believe it was Angela. If you are not taking care of yourself, you're not pouring into yourself, then you're not going to be good for anyone. You know what I mean? So I try my hardest. I've gone through, I've gone through a lot in the last 4 years. Um, and my thing is, a lot of people, I lost my mom. I lost a lot of, very close people to me. But if people see me in daily life, you wouldn't know it. You know, my mom had cancer, and she, was going through it for like a year and change. And a lot of people that I work with, when they found out that she passed, they were like, I didn't even know you were going through that. How did you go through that? And and not show it at work? Well, when you go to work, you gotta, you know, it's like you check yourself before you go in, make sure that you're in the right headspace, and then, and then you deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with, right? But you have to look at it. You gotta you have to try your hardest to stay positive. And my thing is, there's so many things that you can do to help yourself, you know, to be in a good space. It is key, I believe. I really believe it is key. We are always like ripping and roaring all day long, whether it's work, the kids are pulling at you, school is pulling at you, this is pulling at you. Everyone, honestly and truthfully, should take at least 10 minutes to themselves where no one is pulling at them, right? That's how you keep yourself in a good mental and positive state. Nope, you can't knock on the door right now. Give me 10 minutes. You find your space. My space, honestly and truthfully, is my car. And that's where I get all the motivation and all the affirmation that I need to get through the day, to stay positive. And then you always have those people, another piggyback to keep good people around you. You need good people around you, right? When you need somebody to just listen, you know, you have to have those. Not everybody is for you. That's one thing too. Not everybody is for you. So you have to stay aware as to what roles people play in your life, right? And just stay positive. Find what works for you to keep you in that good space. And that's me. All right.
Thank you so much for that, Vanya. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you sharing that personal part of your life with us too, because I do agree with you. We definitely see your positivity in and out of our selling networks and groups. So people wouldn't look at you and know, you're going through something. There's a few people that I have like that in my network where if you don't know them personally, you wouldn't know that they're going through all of these things or experiencing these things in life because they're trying to stay positive and find a balance. Because, yes, we go through things, we experience things. That's a part of life. But, like you said, finding that happy place, finding that peaceful place is really important. And the last part that really stuck with me that you said was learning to say no when you're not in a space. So, like, people knocking on that door, people calling you, people asking you to do this. If you're not in that space, learn to say no because you shouldn't feel bad about putting yourself first. And I do know that some people might hear that and say, oh, that's so selfish, or oh, why can't you do this? But it's not for you to explain, and it's not your responsibility or in your power to be able to dictate how other people perceive your actions. You know what I mean? So you do what is right for you, and then you keep it moving. So I do appreciate you sharing that with us, Vanya. The next business owner. Oh, and then as far as affirmations, so I do have a resource for affirmations. I have a podcast where I have positive affirmations you can listen to in the morning when you're going to sleep. I have positive quotes. If you like things like that, I mean, you can get podcasts from anywhere, but we do have a Boss Babe blog podcast where I do have some episodes dedicated to that. It just depends on the season that you're looking into because we have some episodes that are also focused on conversations and group interviews. So it's a little different. But I mentioned that because if you're not getting at least, I would say 10 to 20 minutes of positive affirmations, quotes a day in your head, I would I would challenge you to start adding that to your schedule. So for me, my routine when I wake up in the morning is I get up. I don't worry about like my phone and stuff like that. If people sometimes people call me in the morning, they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm not available. Even though I'm there, I'm not available. So I get up. I take a moment to kind of like refresh, do some meditation. I write quotes. I write my affirmation of the day. I read my affirmation of the month or year that I've always had. I read that out loud. And then sometimes I'll look up different quotes and podcasts and I'll listen to it for about 20 to 40 minutes. It depends on how long it is. Motivational speeches. This kind of stuff when you're getting ready is a really great positivity booster. And then sometimes it's also a great mental booster. I find that when I do that, my days just feel so much more like I got the momentum, like I'm ready to go. What's next? What are we doing? So having that kind of media is very important. Yes, I love that, Shay. So Shay said she reads her devotional, like whatever it is to you that gets you inspired. Make sure you do that in the morning and you save that time. The first thing you do when you wake up is dedicated to centering yourself because think about all of the media, all of the noise that we hear throughout the entire day. And if you don't have at least one or two spots in your day that are dedicated to taking in something that's fighting and combating those negative thoughts, it's almost like you're not setting yourself up for that strong mental that you need. So you got to be able to block some of that stuff out and you have to be able to prioritize. Okay, time to turn off the music, or you can have positive, uplifting music. That's great. But sometimes we got to turn off the TV show or the music or whatever it is that's not as uplifting and positive and turn on a podcast that's talking about things that you want to see yourself doing in the future. So I really love that Vanya mentioned that because it's important and people don't think about that, but that kind of stuff really does play a part in your subliminal. Okay, so The next topic that we are discussing is going to be overcoming your shyness for your business. And I have another amazing business owner who's also in our shopping network, supports small businesses. She also has her own, boutique, amazing woman in the fashion industry. Her name is Shay. So I'm going to have her come on and share her tidbits and tips on overcoming shyness for your business.